Hello, Matteo. Thank you so much for taking the time to contribute your thoughts and your insights about haptics, our community, and everything that has to do with haptics. So to begin with, I'd like to start by asking what you consider to be the top three scientific or technological breakthroughs our field has had in the past 2 decades.
So if I have to look at our community, I think that our community produced a lot of incredible multidisciplinary results. But if I have to pick three key contributions or breakthroughs, I would mention the establishment of wearable haptics, which produce a tremendous impact on human-machine interaction. Also, the adoption of vision-based techniques for tactile sensing and the human haptic studies. And finally, the advancements in the technical and theoretical tools for modeling the mechanics of contact of human hands and finger during haptic exploration.
That's great. I'm curious, when you say vision-based approaches, could you elaborate a bit more?
Yeah, I would. I refer to both soft optical tactile sensors, for example, where vision algorithms are used to infer information on the contact, but also to approaches that use cameras to study the mechanics of contact of human finger pad, to study how contact area propagates with respect to friction, slippage, and also to infer the strain distribution over the finger pad.
Yeah, that's a really interesting insight. Yeah, thank you. Looking at the commercial world, what products come to mind where you think haptics has played a major role in its success?
Yeah, usually with respect, for example, to vision, haptics usually experience a larger gap between research and commercial products. But I think that recently, especially in the field of extended reality and virtual reality, I think that haptics contributed with a significant advancement with respect to purely vision-based rendering techniques. So I would say virtual and extended reality commercial product.
Yeah, thank you. So in that regard, what excites you most about the future of haptics?
So I think that looking at haptics, our community is traditionally multidisciplinary. So we have strong interactions between engineering, people working in robotics, in neuroscience, biology, and psychology. And I have noted in the recent years that these interactions have become increasingly fundamental. I would say mandatory to perform high-quality research in haptics. And I'm very excited to see how far this transdisciplinary approach with cross-fertilization between domains could bring us, because I think that only using this transdisciplinary approach and a lot of contaminations between disciplines, we can significantly advance our field.
Yeah, I agree. This is very unique, the multidisciplinary nature of our field. I suppose this is also a challenge for us, right?
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's a challenge, but also an opportunity because, as I said, still comparing haptics with respect to vision technologies. Our sense of touch is extremely complex to model and even more complex to reproduce in artificial systems. And I think that if we will succeed in developing this transdisciplinary approach, also relying on new material and prototyping techniques for engineering haptic devices, also machine learning algorithm and so on, but still with this transdisciplinary approach, we can bridge the gap, finally bridge the gap between research and the commercial product in the haptic science.
Yeah, really well said. Do you foresee any other challenges that our field will face moving forward?
Yeah, I think to me, the challenge remains the complexity of human touch. And I think that we have all the tools under or a sufficient number of tools to develop technological systems which can be valid, but we have to elaborate to produce an approach that can not simply copycatting human biology, that is impossible, but we could find a way to offer a kind of synthesis of human biology to produce effective technological solution. I think this is the big challenge, but I think that we can get important results if we will move forward following this transdisciplinary approach.
I see. Yeah. So what do you think is the most critical development that we need to focus on in the next decade? So, for example, do you see a critical gap in sensors, actuators, reducing form factors, or finding a killer app? Like, what is the most significant development that we need to achieve in the next decade?
Now, I think that all these areas are fundamental, and we should follow a synergistic approach to try to develop all these elements because are all critical factors for haptics. Maybe I think that a boost for haptics research could be finding a killer application of haptics. We could use this to boost our research, even if this should not be the only motivation, but could be a kind of milestone, and all the achievements that we can get could be accelerated if we find a killer application that can speed up also the research in our area.
Mm. And so in this conversation, you have repeatedly mentioned that interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary nature of our field. What suggestions do you have for us to grow our community to be better connected with all these adjacent communities so we can work more synergistically together?
Yeah, I think that our community is unique because, as I said many times, I'm very, very proud to be part of this community where different areas and discipline coexist. This unique feature can give us the opportunity to strengthen the links with the main scientific and industrial stakeholders. For example, the robotics research community, neuroscience community, computer science community, and also to promote a continuous dialogue with the major companies working in human-machine interaction, because we have so different fields and types of expertise in our community that we can connect to many different stakeholders that can represent an asset to our community, but we can also provide important contribution to other fields and also other stakeholders, both in the academic and industrial world.
Yeah, yeah. What specific suggestions do you have to connect? Like, we've tried to do joint conferences, or hold special sessions on haptics at various other conferences. Like, what ideas come to mind?
Yeah, I think that, for example, in our community, we have as major conferences, Haptics Symposium, Euro Haptics, and World Haptics. World Haptics is like a synergistic fusion between more robotics and computer vision oriented conference and a more neuroscience oriented conference. I think it's a very nice integration. For example, I think that maybe one possibility could be to link our conferences to the main journals in the other areas. We have Transaction Haptics, and of course is our journal for our community, and we can publish different research materials, but we could also link our conferences to special issues, to journals of other broader communities, for example, robotics community, computer vision community, neuroscience, and biology community. So, for example, organizing special issues of our best or top rated papers in our conferences, not only for transactional haptics, but also in other journals referring to other or broader communities, could be an option.
Yeah, that's an excellent idea. What advice would you give to newcomers to our field?
Yeah, as I repeat myself, because haptics offer a unique and exciting opportunity for doing research and for exploring also different disciplines. So my suggestion is to be curious and also open to contaminations from all the beautiful disciplines that coexist in our research field. That is the most useful suggestion that I could give, because we can learn a lot from the others, but we can do many things if we are open to all the disciplines and different types of researchers that obviously are part of our community.
Yeah, thank you so much. So that's all the questions I have, and I wonder if there's anything else you would like to add that I have not brought up so far.
I think we cover all the main aspects, but I would like to congrats to our community, because, for example, for Haptics birthday 20 years from the first one. I'm very happy to see how our community is growing. I started studying haptics at the beginning of my PhD some years ago, and I'm very happy to see how much we have grown and how much we can grow in the future. So yeah, only this. Only congrats to all the researchers in haptics.